Hello, hi Kathy. Hi everybody. Hi, thank you for inviting followers, Anahi. Hello Amelia. Hi Danny, nice to catch you here. Josie girl, hello. Hello everybody. There's some new people. Carlinda, Ginger, Alyssa. Hey everybody. Hey Babette. Oh, thank you for inviting followers. Hello, Arnett. How are you guys doing on this Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Roberta. Hello. Hi. Lori from South Dakota. Nice to see you here. And Celeste. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I think there's some new people here, so just a way of introduction. My name is Rowena. I am the designer and maker of the Sojourner Traveler, and it's designed to assist you in documenting your life on the daily as it happens and for your travels. And I've been scoping last couple of weeks very simple watercolor flowers, and with the idea that anyone can do these. It's very simple, it's not that involved, and it's something that you can use for your planners and your journaling. So it's very simple. There are other people who are periscoping lately also some flowers, and I'm really excited about that. Babette's one of them, and the other person is Kathleen of Studio 318. Kathleen is a true artist. And I love the flowers that she's been making lately. They are a lot more advanced than what I am going to show you, or what I've been showing you. And that's good, because once you get the techniques, the simple ones here with me, then definitely jump on over to her Periscope. She periscopes often. And anyway, it's just really great. I love what I'm seeing, and actually I want to try some of them, but I just haven't had time. But I definitely will soon, especially since I got new watercolors. And again, also Babette, it has been, or did do one on faces, which is really cool. Love that. And that's another one I want to try out. And so there's a lot of people who are just new to watercolor, and I think it's great. So yes, definitely her carnation. Actually, I just yesterday looked at, oh, it's Kathleen with Studio 318. And if you look on my following list, I follow her. So you'll be able to find her that way, and follow Babette too. And Anahi has some great, I love the backgrounds that she's been making with different mediums. And so there's a lot of people out there. I'm sorry if I'm unable to think of all the different ones right now. I really need to make a list. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get started. Oh, really quick, good news. If you purchased a Sojourner while I was away, I actually, by Friday, I will be caught up to where I'm back to about a 10-day business turnaround for the Sojourner. So that's really good, because I did it in 2 weeks. That's if I get the ones that I have planned on by Friday. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm sure many of my customers are as well. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you some really simple ones today. I recently showed the sweet pea, which is a little bit more, there's a little more to it than these simple ones that I want to show you. And so that's going to take a whole segment on its own. So I want to show you some really quick ones, since I haven't been on for about 2 weeks now. I want to show you some really simple ones, and a couple of them. So let me go ahead and start. Let's see, which one should I start? Do you guys have your paints out and paper? By the way, this is the new insert from my studio, and it is the orchid blank sheets pretty soon. I think next week I will be getting in the ones that are dotted. And then also I have the calendar ones. I just have to put it up on the website. And so anyway, I'm not really seeing anybody going in and out. Is anyone else having issues as far as the connectivity here? Okay, let me go ahead and get started. So what we're going to make, first of all, let's make a simple one right now. I'll show you guys real quick. This is torn. This one right here. Can you guys see that? There's some. This one right here, I'm going to show you how to do. Very easy. Thank you for those who are chiming in. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to get all the comments here. So if you guys know the answers, feel free to give the answers. That would be great. So basically what I'm doing is I'm dipping my brush, and I'm using actually my new brush that I showed on Instagram, and it is Isabie, I think it's called, and this is a number 5, and this is pure sable, so it's not synthetic like all my other brushes. I don't necessarily feel that you need to have real sables. I just kind of treated myself because I've never tried a real one, and so when I was in Michigan I purchased one, and so I wanted to try it out. I do really like it. I'm not sure if it's the new paints that I have or my brush, but it's definitely been really smooth when I tried it quickly today while I was having tea with a friend of mine. So anyway, let's get started. I've been saying that, haven't I? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just dip in the red here. Put a little bit of water on it and just kind of make a circle. Oh, I meant to bring my blow dryer and I forgot. I'm sorry, did you guys say anybody have, does anybody have their paints out? What is a pencil board on your site? Good question. A pencil board is, oh, I think mine just came, I took it out. Basically, it's a board. I should have one around here. I have a bunch of them. It's a board that you put in between your pages so that when you write, you can have a little bit more of a sturdier surface. And a lot of times I like it because I use it as a page marker, and on top of it, sometimes I'll put a tag, and so it sticks out, and it's also decorative while you're flipping through your page. It's kind of nice to see that. I'm all about having nice things around you, especially because I work a lot, and sometimes I can get kind of, you know, like, I have to work. But when I have things that are nice around me, it just kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Not that I don't like to work, I do, but sometimes I get tired. And so support, yes, definitely. And actually, Dory and Journal Addict, which is just on right now, she makes the ones that I use. And so I basically have them in my studio so that you can purchase them if you're already purchasing a notebook from me, a Sojourner. But if you're not and you just want a pencil board or a folder, let me show you real quick the folder. If you want something like that, you can go to her site, which is this one right here. Someone will type that in. Anahi, if you could type in your site, that would be great. She makes these, and they're very sturdy. I have had this, probably since, right around summer of last year. I don't know, but I've had this for a long time. It's what I use. There you go. There's her Etsy. Okay, so here's a flower. Do I need to get closer, you guys? Whoops. See that ant? Oh my goodness. So annoying. I came home today to a bunch of ants. So I just darken a little bit some of the area. So the circle is not to be perfect. Nope, not at all. Not at all. There's nothing perfect out there. So basically do that. And then this is an orange one, though it might not look like it. So I just dip a little bit more, put more on some sides, you know, and then I just maybe move some water around, just make it look natural, because nothing in nature is perfect. That's the beauty of it. This is the Schmincke, I think is what they call it. It's a new one for me. Someone asked me why I got new ones since I have the Yarka. Just because. Actually, I wanted to get some Daniel Smith ones, and I realized that if I purchased, I wanted to get a tin, and I realized if I purchased the tin with already this set in it, it was a better deal, and that's why I purchased it. And it was on Amazon, and I bought it just a couple of days ago. It was for $80 some, and right now, thank you. Right now, it's only like $60. It'll take a little while to get to you, but the price kind of went down. I think it's because of the sellers that's available right now. So there's your little flowers. I'm sorry, again, is anyone doing this with me? Do you have any questions while I'm looking up at my iPad at your comments? Alyssa, yay, Babette. Watching, cool. So then I add a little bit more on maybe the edges. Again, not to be perfect. I mean, if you wanted to, you can even add other colors to it that you've already used, just to make it pretty. I'm sorry, do you guys have any questions? I'm going to go into my other one too, because I like my Yarka colors too. So you see how I just kind of, there's different ways I do it, but so it's just circles. Now I need to let that dry. Should have had my blow dryer like I said, but I'll let that dry. And then we're going to ink part of it. Now I'm going to show you a different way of doing something here. The Yarka palette I purchased it from Blick Art Supplies. They have online stores and also brick and mortar stores. So will you be journaling around these? Actually, I got a new insert specifically just for experimentation and such. But usually that is what I do. I sometimes will journal on top of it and sometimes around it. If you want, I will show you some examples of that in a little bit. But I need to let that dry, but let me go ahead and show you another way. I just got into this new set of paints, and so the Schminckes, I got that from Amazon. And like I said, right now it's $25 less than what I purchased it. And that was just a couple of days ago. So you guys go ahead over there if you want to try it. It's actually a very nice one. I like my Yarkas too. Comes in a lot of colors. But again, I bought this for the Daniel Smith so that I have the tin for it when it comes in. But I went ahead and purchased this one because it was a better deal and I like the colors. It's good. So this other one I'm going to do, whoopsie. Okay, someone told me on Instagram, I'm sorry, I forget her name right now. I'm kind of brain dead. That these kind of lift up when you use it, and I tried pushing these things down and it still would lift up. And so what I did is I put an extra one from my to-go watercolors. Where is that right now? I can't find it. But anyway, I have a small one of watercolors. Oh, here. And so I took one of them and stuck it over on the one end, right over here. I stuck it on this end so that there was more because it was really loose. And so I took it from this one here, which is a travel one that I use. One of the travel ones I use. But she had mentioned that if you put those magnets, those strips of magnets down on the bottom and then cut pieces of it and stick it on the pants, it'll stick perfect. So I'm going to probably purchase some of that. Okay, so where were we? Actually, that's not going to work with that color. I'm sorry. That was blue. That's going to be too dark. I'll use this one right here. And I'm loading it with a lot of water, getting a lot of color on it. And I don't know if any of you have ink, but this one right here is Dr. Martens, and it's an iridescent blue. Yes, Celeste, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Maybe I didn't say it quite right, but yeah, I think that works great. And what I do is I just take it, that might have been a little too much, or you can also take it and experiment. See what I'm doing there? Well, that's not really going on there. So you can use inks or another kind of, another color of watercolor, and it works. It's kind of fun to play with. And then you can move it around if you'd like. And I will show you, we're going to do something else to that once it dries. Oops, I'm making a mess. I actually have a sample that I made, but somehow between my studio at home and studio at work, I lost it. And again, I should have grabbed my hair dryer, but okay. We're gonna go ahead and let that dry. Well, while we're letting those things dry, I'm gonna go ahead and put some leaves. Does not look green. What happened? Any bleed through on my insert here? No. I'll show you in a little bit. It's can't show it right now because otherwise I'm gonna make more of a mess on my watercolors. So, you know, there's just different ways of making leaves. Sometimes I paint it on, and sometimes I just kind of twist my brush around to get the leaves on there. So try different ways of doing it. So like right here, I go thick, and then I pull up and thin. And then when it pulls a little bit, it's kind of cool because it gives it like a shadow effect. Okay, this one I'm going to go ahead and make a few. Like I said, I had this a sample of this one on this side, but lost it. I would probably put more dots here, but I'm trying to not take up all your time, so I'm sorry, I haven't been looking up. Do you guys have any questions? Keep going, all right. You guys just play with it. Just have fun. Don't stress over it. How's the new brush? It's really great, but this is not the new brush because I needed a thin one and that one wasn't very thin. So then I just put some leaves on here. It's a little too patterny, so we need to make this not so much of a pattern. Maybe make some bigger, some smaller. So you get the point. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more to these ones here. I'm going to take some, let's see, maybe some black, just to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow-like effect. Give it a little bit of dimension. Probably should have seen this, but did you use ink for the flower centers? Yes, on some of these I did. And then on some I used the another color of the watercolor. And generally you want to put this on the darker parts, not on the lighter part. Again, this is so simple, right? Anyone can do this. Okay, that one might be a little too dark. Whatever. So I just go in there and I pull some of that color, play with it. I can always turn this into something else, which I just might do that. Are you guys still there? Anybody want to ask me any questions? Push and pull. So I think that's pretty dry. And so, well, this part anyway, the center of the flowers. So on this one, since I kind of messed that up, I'm gonna go in and just do like we've learned in the past scope. Because there's really no right or wrong. It's whatever you want to do. Just have fun with it. And if I forget, please, if you try these, tag me so I can see it. And if you want to do the hashtag RetroChersArt, that would be great. Because then we can have it all in one place and everybody can see it in one place. Draw a cherry blossom. Easier said than done. How about if I try to do that another time after I practice, see if I can do it. This brush is a number 4. No, sorry. It's a 0, actually. Draw a tulip. I've done a bunch of tulips before. You might want to go to my past periscopes. I have quite a few different types. Okay, so with these ones here, I'm going to go ahead and take my pen, and you can use Staedtler, Faber-Castell. This is the Pitt Artist pen. Something that is waterproof would be great. So for these, I kind of just go with what the flower kind of looks like. You see how this almost seems like it's kind of leaning more towards this way. So then I just kind of make I go with what kind of shows. And then you could put either dots around it, or you can just paint the whole thing with black if you'd like. Yeah, I kind of like it better that way. Again, the darker part is right here, and then you can leave a little bit of white. This one doesn't really have what kind of pen. This is a Faber-Castell. I also use Staedtler. And you can do different things to the center of the flower. Just play. And then if you don't like it, you can always just blacken it. It is waterproof, yes. You can also add other colors in it if you want. Why not? There you go. It's pretty easy, right? Some of this isn't quite to my liking, so I'm probably going to go back in and play with it later. Whatever. Again, just play with it. Okay, now these right here, let's see, is it dry? Not really. I'm just going to try to help it along a little bit. I wish I had my sample. That's fun, right? Making the little round thingies and then just going over it with another color. Gives it a different look. So what you can do is you can, let's just say, it's a little wet, and so it's kind of, I need to go in, I'm sorry, I didn't get all that. So you can do things like that. Here you can do, let's see, I probably need a darker pen for this, a heavier pen. It's a little, has a lot of dark spots. Looks kind of like a pinwheel, so let's just put this all the way around. There you go. So you could play with it and do different things. Here, why don't we just make this a little bit darker. It's relaxing, right? Do you clean your pen tip every so often? I find my pens get paint buildup on them quickly. Not really. Probably the way I would clean it is just using it like this, just getting it off. I guess I just don't fuss too much with pens and such. Brushes, I definitely clean each time. Okay. You can do all kinds of things to these. Just try different things. Get inspiration from other people, things like that. Would probably want to put something here in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just, you know, you could just lift up some of the color. Oh, it might be too late. Oops. Yep, it's too late. So you could probably use a gel pen. My paints aren't really quite dry, so it's not going on here that well. You might want to wait until it's a little bit dry before you start using inks on top. For the sake of time, I'm just doing it without that, but there you go. Can you guys see that okay? Let me see if I can do a close-up. Do you plan what you paint ahead or just go with the paint flow? I plan ahead of time, especially because I am showing you guys certain flowers that I make. I plan it kind of ahead of time and I practice it beforehand because I forget what I do to some of these. But when I'm just playing, I pretty much just go with the flow of things. And a lot of times I will also look at other pictures and try to mimic somewhat, but I have my own style, so to speak, and so I kind of go with that. And that's kind of the same with faces. I will mimic certain people, like for instance, Babette did one last weekend. It was wonderful, and I really want to try it and mimic it, but I do have my own way of doing things, and so it kind of is my style. A lot of times I will do that. So I've done faces for a while, and I think I showed it in my sketchbook when I showed it a couple of scopes ago, and I've been doing different types of faces. And before the faces book came out, actually, I think. And so, but I like to glean from different people, and so I will go back and even though I have a certain style that I like, for instance, that I tend to go towards, because that's just me, I still will try to mimic other people's styles, because that's the way you learn different techniques, and then also come up with your own. And so that's really fun. I really enjoy doing that. And so, like I said, Babette did her faces. Kathleen with Studio 318, check her out if you like flowers. She does really beautiful flowers. Mine is a very simple type, but hers is a little bit definitely more advanced. And you will learn actually a lot of technique on watercolor and how to use watercolor. I learned on my own pretty much, and so it's just hit and miss. I don't even really know how to mix paint as far as what color with what color makes blue or green or whatever. It's just by chance a lot of times. I just play, and I notice that the less I think about it, just by doing it and just playing and being quick about it, instead of fretting over, oh, this isn't straight, or this isn't this, or this isn't that, or comparing it to someone else, I notice that I do better work when I'm doing things more quickly. You know, sometimes I come up with things and I'm actually surprised, and I think, oh my goodness, wow, that's not bad. I'll show you one real quick. I think I showed this on my, oh, here, I'll show you guys this. I'm going to go over, see, here's one of those flowers that I showed you. And, oh my, I didn't even show you this one. I was going to show you that one. But anyway, you got two circles, so I will show this another time. And then this is the sweet piece that I will show another day too. But I just wanted to show you guys, I put this on Instagram, I believe. If I can find it. There we go. This one right here. You know, that's kind of like my style. That's the kind of look that I like, because it's more, I guess, maybe towards fashion. So that's my way of doing things. It's not really realistic. However, I showed a couple of scopes ago, like I said, they're a little bit more realistic illustrations. So it's just, there's different ways, and so do the different things that you want to do and just play. That's what's important. Here's one that I did two weeks ago as well, around the same time as I did the other one. And so it's just fun. But like I said, I'm sorry, I don't remember what the original question was. But yeah, just do your thing, you know, mimic other people, copy them. That's how you learn, but then get your own style. And after a while, you start to see them. But I wanted to show you this side right here. You see there's no bleed through on this insert, and it's very tough. Oops, that's doubled. There you go, see? And then someone asked me real quick if I journal on top of these. So I want to go ahead and show that to you. There you go. Nice paper. Yes, thank you. It is. It's brand new in my studio. This is what I do regularly. and I was playing around with the different mediums. That's the same type of flower that I just showed you guys. This one right here. But see how it's a little bit different? I did a different center. So if you want to take a picture of that, you can, so you could get a little bit of a idea what you can do. But you see, you could do different things. But this is how it started. And then my leaves are different. So I just play with it. I actually like how this turned out. But I'll probably forget how I did, or not how I did it, but I'll probably forget it. And so when I make another flower, it probably won't, I won't replicate that most likely, but it was fun. And so there you go. So sometimes I write over it, like right here, because I knew I'd be able to see it. And then sometimes I just go around the flowers. See, this is what I mean, doing them, you can make them small and just put them in your planner. Whoops. Am I getting ink on my Sojourner again, just like last time? And then I add washi sometimes. What is the name of the new paper for your insert? It is, right? Be careful, yes. It is Orchid. There's only one on my website right now. I'm gonna go and update it within a day. I promise this time I will definitely do it. I just haven't had the time. I've been producing, trying to get my orders out. But it's an Orchid, and this one is a blank one, and I will be coming out with the dotted one next week. It should be coming in. And then I also have the calendar ones, and those are already in my studio. Actually, I need to put it up on the website. And last week when I was showing the different mediums on this paper, I did it on it's called My Days book, and this is where I do my planning. Anyway, I decided to put it on the actual pages that I use on a daily basis, because I figured I might as well get color on it while I'm showing it. And so I was just playing and haphazardly putting stuff all over, and it turned out, at the moment when I was doing it, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to use this for my journaling. I think I even mentioned it, but it turned out, I thought, you know what, just like with anything else, I just kind of make do with what's there and just call it serendipity. And so that's what I did. I just put it right on top of my journaling. So these were trials, and I just went with it. Can you show us a calendar insert? Sure. Let me just show you this finish really quick. Again, these were from last week. There you go. So there you have it. You can see how I use it and how I journal on top of it. Oh, and by the way, on this cover, you'll notice that this is watercolor, and it took it really well. So it's actually a really nice paper. Same thing here. This is acrylic and watercolor. All right, well, what did we want to see? This is a Retro Slim, which is a B6 Slim. I produce these in my studio. Oh, planner, calendar. This one here is the weekly planner. I've showed this before, you guys, so I'm sorry if you've seen it before, but this is a weekly one. And in front, there are 3 months worth of 2-page monthly spreads. Okay, there's 3 months worth. I've not done anything to this. Like I said before, on this page, I just got the insert in my studio, and I wanted to play, and I didn't have all my tools, and so I did what I could with what I had, and I just piled on, and it's not a favorite, but I was just testing it. But here there's acrylic, watercolor, pencil, watercolor, ink, and stamp pad. So there's 3 months worth in this particular one. This is the weekly planner. And in here are the weekly for the whole week, and you write it in yourself. And in here is a graph area where you could write lists or maybe document things in here that you would like to remember, quick journaling, scripture verse, quotes, or whatever. That's what that page is for. And I've said it before, I like these weekly calendar inserts because what it does is when I have not have time to create anything for fun, I will go into the calendar sometimes and I'll just start putting things in here. I put pictures and all of that in here as well. And so it's just a good way for me to have my outlet on a small scale so that I can get that creative part of me that needs to come out. I get it out. If I'm so busy during the week that I don't have time to sit down and play. So that's the weekly one. And it has 3 months worth of the weekly part of it. And then this one here is, again, this one is the blank one. I won't show you that. Oh, and I think that's what I have here. That's all I have here. Because I have one that is a 12-month 2-page spread, and it's all 12 months. I don't use that because I used a 3-month ones. And then I have one that is for every, like a daily one, which I'm probably going to phase out. So I don't know if anybody uses that that's on here right now, but I'm probably going to phase that one out. So that's it. Do you guys have any other questions about what I showed you guys? On tools or anything like that? Do you guys have any questions? All right, so if that's it, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for those who stuck around and who came in and went. That's totally cool. I'm glad that you came, and you can always watch it on replay. Yes, you just need to practice, Kathy, and definitely go back and look at some of the other scopes that I've put up. I keep it on there, and thank you. And oh yes, you're the one who gave me that idea about the magnet, so thank you for that. Anyway, so yeah, go to the other scopes. I leave them up so that you can practice them. Either practice them with me, or did you feel a big difference in your brush? Or just, you know, do it on your own, or just watch it and then practice. You know, whatever you want to do with it. Just have fun. Did I like the brush? I would say yes. I definitely liked the brush and how it felt and how smooth it went on here. I liked it. I could tell a little bit of a difference. Would I want to change all my brushes into the very expensive brush? No, I would not. This brush, I think, is about normally $25, and I think I bought it for $15. That's why I splurged. I don't feel it's necessary to purchase a brush like that on a regular basis. Like I said, I just wanted to try it out. Sometimes I buy it just so I could try it, so that I kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. But definitely I like the Princeton's. Those are just fine for me. And for convenience, I really like these ones here that have where you could put the water inside of it, because once you don't even need a cup of water, you know, you just have that and you dip it and then you use it, and then you clean it off by using a napkin, which you can get anywhere. So it's great. Have you ever used tube paints? Yes, I have. I think that they say that it's a lot more vibrant when you use the tube paints, but I don't find it very easy to lug around. My lifestyle is such that I am always on the go. And so I kind of like to have things compact. And so I would say the tubes are a little bit of a hassle sometimes to use. And so I don't use it on a regular basis. I like the little palettes. And like I said, there is this palette right here, and it's a small one, and it's very thin. It's maybe a ½ inch. And so I like this one. I also use one that is from My Documented Life, which I don't have here with me, but it usually sits inside my Sojourner so that I can take it out, or not take it out, I don't have to take it out. It's flat and it has some colors in it. Of course, it's limited because there's a color on it, and then you use it just like normally that you know the way you use it, but they're not pans, and so it runs out quickly. So I only use that if I really wanted to do something and I don't have my small ones. Yeah, Peerless, that's what they're called, watercolor. So I like to have that just to add color. But where can you reorder the individual colors when you run out? I really don't know. I have not really run out like these ones here, my Yarkas. I have 2 palettes, different colors. I don't know if you can purchase the Yarkas separately. I just have what I have. And so I've not run out yet. And I've actually only had this for a little over a year. So I don't know where you can purchase those palettes. But there is the Daniel Smiths, which I will be getting in soon, hopefully, is from, I believe her name is Katz Corner, Katts Corner. She's on Etsy. That's where I purchased it from. It is not inexpensive, but from what I understand, they're really worth it. And so I saved up my pennies, and I purchased a set of them. I'm excited to get them and see if there's really much of a difference, and I'll let you guys know what I think of them. But those you can reorder from her because she fills the little pans, half pans, and they are great. Oh, good to know. Thanks. Yeah, so that'll be fun. And again, she fills those. She purchases the tubes and then fills the half pans, which is great because a lot of us don't use a whole tube of whatever colors. What colors did you order? You know, I don't know what colors. Oh, I know. It's the one that has a bunch of different types. Some iridescent, I believe, and some more matte. It's a variety. That's kind of what I wanted to try out first. What did you get, Babette? I know you showed those to me before, but I'm not sure which set that you got. Anyways, I'm so excited to get it. And Babette, do you notice a difference between that and the Schmincke's? She had some recommended sets that looked beautiful. The pinks, okay. Who had the recommended set? Cats? Babette, do you like the Schmincke's or the Daniel Smith, or is there much of a difference? Yes. Okay. I don't think I saw what's recommended. You love both, but do you see a difference on those two? Just curious. I think the DS is brighter. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I like bright. And you know, you can get different colors, more pigment. You can get the different colors. That's why I like to have different sets, because honestly, I don't want to have to mix if I don't have to, because I'm not great at it. Like I said, I don't know how to mix colors necessarily. I just play with it. And so that's why I have 2 of these sets, and I like the colors on those. So anyway, now I'll have the DS's and these new ones, which I'll have to play with because I just got them. Like I said, I just opened them today actually. So anyway, I am going to let you guys go. Happy Wednesday, what's left of it, if it's Wednesday where you're at. And I hope that you have a great rest of the week and that it's productive. And as always, you keep documenting your life as it happens. and we will see you on the next scope. Thank you again for those who've joined me. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope to do another flower one in a day or so. Hopefully by Friday, I'll be able to do the one with the sweet piece. All right. Thank you, you guys. You take care too. Thanks so much again. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.